Hello everyone, I'm going to be sharing with you the components that I've designed for Republic of Carthage. This is a Republic of Rome variant designed by Heli. I got in touch with Rick a while back and showed him the components that I had made, and he kindly posted them on the Republic of Carthage webpage, which you can visit. So what I thought I'd do here is show you some of the components which you can actually download, and if you want to play the game and want to upgrade the cards and things, here they are. I'm not going to do a playthrough or review of the game because that's already been done excellently by Enrico Vellino, whose video you can see on the webpage. So let's start, and first up is the reverse side of the cards, which can be back printed if you want, or you can just leave the reverse blank. The faction cards show the family name and the boxes for influence and popularity, just like Republic of Rome. The bottom box, though, is for traders. Now these are required in a similar way to the knights in Republic of Rome, only with the traders, the more you gain, the more options you have for trading goods, which I'll explain later. The statesman cards show individual personalities which are attached to a particular family, and here is Hannibal, who is a member of the Barca family. Now Republic of Carthage has officers called suffetes instead of consuls, one of whom is the home suffete and the other the marine suffete. There are also 5 officers which represent a committee. They get special privileges and opportunities to get rich through corruption, and this is one of them. There are also 3 general officers who can be appointed to prosecute wars in place of the suffetes. Now, in addition to the war cards, which I'll show you very soon, Republic of Carthage also has expedition cards, which contribute to the expansion of trade. And instead of troops and fleets, these require trading fleets or caravans. Now here's an example of a war card. I modelled these on Republic of Rome. So those of you who are familiar with the game, you can see the cards show the disaster and standoff numbers and the number of legions and fleets required to prosecute the war. This is the First Roman War, which is equivalent to the First Punic War in Republic of Rome. Similarly, the leaders that can affect particular wars are represented. Here is Hannibal's nemesis, Scipio Africanus, and here is the Second Sicilian War card with its leader, Dionysius I. Now, some of the war cards depict the expansion of Carthage's empire in North Africa, and they are important to prosecute in order to get hold of some of the mercenary troops Carthage employed. So, for example, you need Libya to recruit Libyan spearmen, and Numidia in order to use the famous Numidian cavalry. This is another difference to Republic of Rome, which just uses legions. In Republic of Carthage, you have various troop types which have different costs to raise and are limited to particular wars. And revolts need to be suppressed too, because they, while they're active, will remove troops from your pool and so limit your military options. Now, there are 2 types of events. The ones depicted with a light brown border are drawn from the deck and can be played at any time, subject to certain conditions as shown here. Then there are the others with a blue border, and these are table events. Now, these are the ones that occur randomly when the player rolls a 7 on the dice, and instead of taking a card from the deck, rolls on the random event table, and the the cards are placed on the board as a reminder. Intrigue cards have a red border and are drawn from the deck and played to influence outcomes. Incidentally, the words early and late that appear on most of the cards are just an indication of which of the two decks that the cards appear in. There is an early Republic and a late Republic phase. The public outcry card acts like the Tribune card in Republic of Rome and is played to veto a vote or propose a motion. Next, let's have a look at the troop and fleet counters. Now these are all double-sided and are designed to be folded back. It doubles the thickness of the counter and makes them a little bit easier to handle. And in the case of the land units, it also shows their recruited and veteran side. The number in the bottom right-hand corner, by the way, is the cost to build each unit, because each unit has a different cost. The province cards are also designed to be folded along the long side, and they show the undeveloped and developed status for each of the provinces. Lastly, let's look at the most distinctive aspect of Rick Heli's game and the major difference with Republic of Rome. This is the economic phase. Now Carthage was primarily a trading empire, so it makes perfect sense to focus on commerce in a game like this. There are 9 groups of commodities, all of which can be traded to increase a faction's wealth. Now depending on the number of traders a faction owns, they can draw from one or more decks during the commerce phase. So if you only have one trader, you draw from one pile, you draw one card from one pile. One of the commodities in this pile, for example, is ochre. Each stack is placed face down and is color coded. Now if you have 4 traders, you'll draw 4 cards, one from each pile numbered 1, 2, 3 and 4 and so on. With 8 traders, you would draw a card from each stack up to 8, and the commodities also get more valuable the higher the stack number. Now you see the 4 numbers at the top there, they represent the amount of money you get for each of that type of commodity. So if you have 1 gem card, you can trade it for 8 gold, whereas if you have 4 gem cards, you'll get a whopping great 128 gold. It's enough to turn your head, isn't it? If you draw a trade concession card like this one, you get an additional trade good, as indicated, even if, as in this case, you don't possess 4 traders. Well, that's my brief look at Republic of Carthage. I hope you will have a look at the components and try out Rick Heli's great game, and also check out Enrico's playthrough as well. So I've enjoyed sharing with you, and thanks for watching.